everybody, my name is Chelsea. Welcome to my channel where we talk about everything from beauty, aesthetics, and also just figuring out our life in our 20s. So if you guys are interested in this video, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Turn your post notifications on so you can get notified every time I post. And let's get into it. This video right here is for my SD besties, my future SD besties, people who are just considering going to esthetician school. So these are some things I wish I would have known before going into esthetician school, or some things like you need to know going into esthetician school. Not just I wish I would have known, because some of this I already knew I was getting myself into, but some things I could have had a little more clarification on. And this is what to expect and what to, you know, what to just look forward to when you're starting esthetician school. I am personally in what we call at my school, at the Elaine Institute, I'm in what we call medical concepts. So you have HSS1, HSS2, and then you move on to medical concepts. I'm currently, this is like my ninth or 10th week in school. So yeah, it goes by really fast, and you just have to really take what I'm saying and take it and really apply it. So here are a few things I would have wished I would have known, or here are a few things that I've learned along the way about being in esthetician school. So the first thing about being in esthetician school, you have to invest the time into studying. Yes, you have to invest the time into studying. If you have a hectic work schedule, unless you're that person that can balance like really well work and school, I suggest you do it when you don't have any distractions, or do it when you're 100% motivated, because it takes a lot of time to study. It takes a lot of time. It's not something, some concepts you can grasp just like this, but some concepts you really have to dedicate the work in, because I go to the Elaine Institute and my teacher is Elaine Sterling. Yes. So if you're thinking about going to the Elaine Institute, please pay attention. Especially if you get Miss Elaine as your teacher. You have to put the time into study, because they can tell. Most of these people most of your professors, your teachers, your instructors, whatever you want to call them, have been doing this for years. They can do this with their eyes closed. So they can tell as a new esthetician if you just decided to pick up your book that morning before you went into class and do it then. Like, they can tell. So you really have to invest the time into studying. And when I say that, you have to invest that time, because it goes by fast. I could tell you exactly what I wore to orientation. Esthetician school goes by that fast. Look up, next thing you know, you're already in your third module of school. It goes by extremely fast. So you have to pick up these concepts. You have to study. Like, they're going to show you a demo. I know at my school personally, they show you a demo, and then it's on you to keep practicing that demo. It's on you to take notes. It's on you to record. Like, it's on you to get that concept. They're not babying you. They're not holding your hand. You have to invest that time into studying. It's no way around it. It's no shortcuts when it comes to this, because you are working with people's face. You are working with people's skin. You are working like with chemicals. You're working with different products that can have an effect, and you have to know what you're doing, or you can seriously injure somebody. So studying is the #1 thing that you can do. You can never study too much. So #1, if you don't have the time to invest into studying, I don't suggest you start school yet, because it will show if you don't study. Just simple as that. It will show. Now, the second thing, this is something I wish I would have known before entering esthetician school, because I would have been mentally prepared. In your first couple weeks, it's not just like facials, hands-on. It's a lot of science. Just straight science, anatomy. And that almost killed me when I went to school. That comes also ties into investing, having that time to invest into studying, because you have to know bones, you have to know muscles, you have to know tendons, you have to know ligaments, it's science, baby. You might as well be going to med school, how detailed it gets sometimes. So, like I said, you have to invest that time into studying, because your first concept is your fundamentals. Like how you, in regular college, you have prerequisites. You have fundamental things that you have to know before moving on. Just like a part of my massage is the pressure point massage. So you have to know which place to press on the face. You have to know different things like that. So it is a lot of science. It's not just all facials and waxing and makeup application. No, baby, you have book work. You have actual book work, like science, anatomy. Like literally, it's anatomy. It's a whole chapter of straight anatomy that you're going to get tested on. And the way they was talking, like, I think like a lot of science is going to be on the state board. I haven't taken the state board yet. I'll let y'all know when I do take the state board. But they were stressing it like, girl, you need to know this because some of these are going to be on the state board. So I wish I would have known that, because I would have changed my work schedule. I thought I was going to be able to, like, you know, work my little 1-2, because I was working as a hookah girl. I was working at a 9 to 5, and I was going to school. Baby, them fundamentals broke me down and humbled me real quick. Like, if you want to do this, you need to focus, because this science is no joke. Science, whew, girl. Girl, just think about, girl. If y'all seen the stress that just came on my face, yeah, science is like that. It's like that in there. It gets deep. It gets serious. It's legit. So, 1, invest that time in the studying. 2, there's a lot of science, baby. There's a lot of science in there. Okay, the third thing that I wish I would have known, and it's not even what I wish I would have known before going to esthetician school. This is just like something that I'm going to tell you guys. What you want to do in your career path will probably change the more you learn at esthetician school. Initially, everybody, if you look at my channel, you see I do makeup. I went for makeup and I wanted to add wax into my service. That's all I wanted to do. Like, I didn't want to do nothing. I don't want to do facials. I don't want to do massages. I don't want to do anything. Like, that's the attitude I walked in. Just point me to the waxing section. Point me to the makeup section. I already know what I want to do. No. When I tell you, when I started school, it flipped my whole perception upside down of what I wanted to do. You will learn so much, and you will fall in love with so many techniques that you don't think you're going to fall in love with. Like, at first I had a hate for facials. Like, when I tell you facials, I was just like, oh my gosh, we gotta do another facial. Yeah, girl, you gotta do, I had to do at my school, I think like 75 facials. So you'll end up falling in love with different stuff. Now, facials is probably one of them, when I graduate, one of the top things I'm going to offer, because I love facials. I love the technique. I love to see the before and after. So just be open-minded. Know your goals. I'm not telling you, like, don't know what you want. Don't know what you want. But be open-minded to adding everything to your service. Because my teacher, I brag on my teacher so much. Miss Elaine, I love her to death. Miss Elaine taught me, don't leave no money on the table. Learn how to do everything. Even if you're not, like, perfect at everything, learn how to do everything. Leave no money on the table. So, because she's seen my attitude towards facials when I first started. I'm like, oh my gosh, I do not want to do this. Like, I do not want to do this. And when I started really getting into it, my technique, my everything, she was like, and you don't want to do facials, why? Oh, okay. But no, like, just keep an open mind of what you can learn, open mind of what you want to do, open mind of your services, and just be really open-minded, because you will fall in love with so many different aspects of being an esthetician. Now, I really feel like I don't even see, like, me graduating and not doing facials. Like, girl, I love me a facial. I love me doing me a facial. It's so relaxing. It's not only relaxing for the client, but it's relaxing for me too. But we're not going to get into that. We're going to get into that later on when we talk about facials. But yeah, be open-minded, and what you want will change. Of course, I still want to do makeup. That's my baby. That's my heart. That's my core. Of course, I want to do waxing. But now I'm open to doing facials. Now I see that, okay, I'm really good at facials, and I'm going to offer that as a service as well. Get that coin, baby. I'm telling you, get that coin. So be open-minded to everything that esthetician school has to offer. Now, this is what I've observed, and this is the observation, a personal observation. It's not in my class personally, but I observed it in other classes when we've had combined classes. Esthetician school can be catty. It can be catty as hell. Like, it can be Mean Girl in high school if you let it. My best advice for that is to remember what you're there for. You're not there to make friends, or of course you're going to make friends along the way because you're with these girls like all the time. Like, you're going to make friends along the way, but remember what you are there for. Don't get wrapped up in that drama. You're paying to be there. You're paying for your education. So why would you get wrapped up in some free catty mess? That don't make sense, girl. It's not about a bag. Don't pay attention to it. Get in there. Learn what you need to learn. Don't let nobody get to you. You know, we all got people that we don't mesh with, but that's just how it is in a working environment. Look at that as a work environment. Your school environment is your work environment. You're not always going to get along with every customer. You're not always going to get along with every person you work with. You're not going to get along. You probably won't even get along with your regular clients. But remember what you're there for. You're there to learn. You're there to learn a skill. You're there to learn something that's going to put some money in your pocket. Don't get wrapped up in what everybody is doing, what everybody's saying. Don't get clicked up. Don't start doing all that, because that's when you get your eye off the prize. You start getting into all kinds of mess that affects your education. Just don't get into that. Stay focused. Stay present in what you're there for. Just stay out of all of that. And it's so easy to do. Like, it's really easy to do. I observed in my class, we all get along. My whole class, we like this. Like, we like, girl, you're not getting left behind, girl. If you need some help, call me. Like, so that's why I said this is what I observed in other classes. But all classes aren't like that. All classes aren't catty. Like, me and my class, we hit each other up. Like, we follow each other on Instagram. That's another thing. If y'all not tight like that, don't be getting in each other's personal business. That's how you stay out of catty mess. Somebody asks you for your Insta, I ain't got one, or get them your business page. Stay out of catty mess. That's going to save you, because some of them classes that I be seeing, girl, they be into it, and I just be like, ooh, child. So, moving right along, another thing you should know about esthetician school is you are going to have to be responsible for your own education. Me, I'm a hybrid student. That means I learn half of the time online, well, majority of the time online, and then we go in only on Saturdays. So I have hours I have to do online. I have a certain amount of hours, and it tracks it on my iPad. It tracks it. So yeah, you have to do a certain amount of hours online, and then you have live lecture online. So you have live lecture online. You have to track your hours online. And then you have to go in every Saturday. That's me personally. And when I mean be responsible for your education, ask your questions that you need to ask. Get those tutoring times. Get that extra time in on campus if you're going to do hybrid at my school. Just get that. You be responsible for your education. Take it by the reins and do what you need to do to learn. Also, what I mean is be responsible and be on top of your credits. You have to have so many of each section to qualify to take the state board. You have to have like so many of each section, excuse me, to graduate. So if you know you did a facial and you need to get your credit signed off, don't leave until that credit is signed off. Period. A lot of times the instructors, they're like, I'm going to sign it later, I'm going to sign it later, I'm going to sign it later. Be on top of that instructor about signing off on your credit, because you'll have all these credits that's missing but that you really did at the end, and nobody's going to sign off for those at the end because they didn't see you do it, or they're not going to remember you doing it. So make sure. I personally don't leave, and I don't care if I'm the last person to go. I'm not signing off I'm not leaving if my credit is not signed off for the day. If I did 2 facials and a foot massage for the day, I need my 2 facials and my reflexology signed off for the day. I don't care. I will sit there. I'll wait, because they're not going to remember, such and such needs theirs signed off next time they come in. No, you have to be on top of them. You have to be responsible, because like I said, when it comes to the end and they look at your photo or they look at however they do it, and you missing 7 facials, 8, 9 facials, and you're supposed to graduate in 3 days, you're going to be mad. You're going to be out of luck. Like, and also, I think it's 1,500 hours. Yeah, I think we're 1,500 hours. Make sure you're keeping up with your hours, because you'll get to the end, just like with them facials, just like with them credits. You'll get to the end and be like, oh, well, you need to make up 9 hours, and graduation is tomorrow. No. Keep a log. Even though they log it, keep your own log of your time and your credits and all of that. Keep a log of all of that. Because, like I said, you're responsible. You're paying for this. So, make sure you keeping up with everything. Keeping up with your own investment. Like, you can't invest in something and just like, oh, well, I'm going to have my mama keep up with it. No. This is your investment. Keep up with your investment. Period. It's no way around it. Like, it's no way around it. Make sure you get them credits signed off, and make sure your time is correct every time. So the last 2 topics are, they're minor, but there's something like, okay, y'all could have told me this before I even signed up. Y'all could have told me this on the phone, but I'm just playing. It is these. These bad boys are press-ons. You want to know why I wear press-ons now? Because there's no acrylic, no nail polish, no nothing while you're in esthetician school. And them are going to be some bare hands. You can't even do clear at my school. They don't play that. So if you plan on going to the Elaine Institute, no nails, no nail polish, no nothing. Your hands have to be bare. And when they'll break it down to you, and they're just not going to be like, oh, you just can't have it. They'll tell you the reason. It's a reasoning behind it, which makes sense. So, yeah. So, no nails. If you're one of those girls who love their nails, trust me, I used to be a double tips kind of girl. Like, now it's press-ons, and I take them off every Saturday before I go to school, and I just put them back on. I take them off really Friday night so I can get all the residue off, and then I just put them back on. I put another set on when I leave school Saturday. So it's really not that bad, but it's like, if you're a girl who get their nails done, you have to do press-ons. That's your alternative. They can't tell you what to do outside of school. They can't. But if you're going like full-time in person, I don't know how you're going to do that, because, yeah. But I'm hybrid, so from Sunday to Friday, I wear press-ons. Saturday, I take them off to go to school. But yeah, no nails, no press-ons, no anything when you walk in that building. And my teacher, like I said, my instructor is Elaine Sterling, so she be checking. She be like, what you got going on? Like, you know the drill. So none of that. If you're one of them girls that love their nails, can't live without their nails, maybe esthetician school not gonna be for you. It's not gonna be for you, because for the next 9 months, well, how many months I have left? 7. Yeah. Like 8. I got 7.5 months left. 7 or 8 months left. No more nails. But after that, I feel like I won't even wear nails in general, just because the services I am going to be offering, or I'll wear stubbies. Little shorties. But yeah, if you're one of them girls who can't live without her nails, baby, you can't do that in esthetician school. That's a wrap. That's a no-go. And yeah. And also, if your hair is like, you can do bobs. Like, they let us do bobs. Like, it must be a short bob. And if it's like touching your shoulders and stuff, it has to go in a ponytail. So no nails, and your hair must be in a ponytail from the time you walk in to the time you leave. So yeah, that's a few things so far. I'm of course I am in week 9, 8 or 9. What week am I? I'm in week 9. For sure. I'm telling y'all to keep up with y'all hours and y'all credits, and I can't even tell y'all what week I'm in. I'm in week 9 though, for sure. So I am in week 9, and I will update y'all when I get to the halfway mark, or I'll update y'all when I get to another milestone about what to expect at esthetician school. But this is just what to expect so far from what I've observed, from what I am experiencing. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you later, Esty Besties.